Yeah, Dustin Eldridge, founder and head wealth coach at Team Private Wealth Management, which is a multi-family office exclusively for NFL players. I'm currently serving on the Marketing Communications Committee, the Tech Transfer Committee, and the Curriculum Committee as well. Well, I would say I always have had the entrepreneurial itch. It was something I desired to do at some point in my life, just didn't know how that would come about. But I decided finally to go out on that limb in April of 2022 after a decade of working for other people and helping them grow their businesses, and just really wanted to grow something for myself and for my family. Word entrepreneurship means really two words come to mind for me, which are freedom and control. It's the freedom to create the world that I want, not only personally, but also obviously for the business. And then the control that it gives you over all aspects of your life. Again, crossing that chasm between what your personal life is with your family and what your business time is. Because, most of us work, 50% of our time is spent working and 50% time with our family. Why not live in a world where you control all of that and have freedom over both worlds instead of having to report to somebody else? Yeah, I think there are a lot of challenges starting out as an entrepreneur, but the three that I would say are at the top of my list would be, number one, time management. Being an entrepreneur, you do have the freedom and control over all aspects of your day. But that all comes with its own challenges, that you have a lot of choices of what you can do on any given day, whether that's personally, professionally, or someplace in between. And so figuring out how to prioritize your time is extremely important and can become difficult for an entrepreneur. I'd say the second biggest challenge is you have to get comfortable with the word no way more than the word yes. Searching for no's is the only way you get to understand the product or the service that you're offering, whether or not it actually is something people desire. And so you have to get comfortable with people telling you no and giving you feedback about why they didn't want to hire you or buy your product. So that's got to be a key part and a challenge you have to become comfortable with. And last, it's really the base. You have to understand the finances required to launch your business and then keep it running and make it sustainable. Whether that's you're selling a product, you have to understand how much it costs to build, create, and manufacture that, or you're selling a service and how much that costs from a time and resources standpoint. I believe at the core, you have to have an inherent desire inside of you to create or build something of your own. I don't think that part in and of itself can be taught to anyone. You have to have that someplace burning inside of you. But I do think that you can be taught how to turn that desire into a real business and then learn how to actually operate it as an entrepreneur. So I think you can teach people how to bring that desire and that fire out of them and then how to actually act upon it. I had the luxury over my career of working with a lot of people who ran small businesses, family-owned businesses, even businesses that were worth $1 billion. So I learned a lot from them about how to maintain a business. But for me, I launched a business as a solopreneur. So it was me by myself. What I was missing was the knowledge of how to run something completely on your own. I've always been a part of an organization that has a team around me, and the value that multiple minds provide coming together to build and run a business, I didn't realize how important that was. And so I had to essentially build that team around me, even though they didn't work with me or for me. So I found myself joining as many mastermind groups over the last year to try to add that value that I had lost by becoming a solopreneur back into my business, essentially, to help me gather more ideas, bounce ideas that I was thinking off of somebody else to make sure that the directions I was going were going to provide the value I wanted.